starting from the beginning really shows how far we've come in Beyblade X.
What is up, everybody? It's like Gabriel. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a video on episode 1 of season 1 of Beyblade X. Let's get into it.
So for those who don't know, I made a community post asking if you guys wanted me to mix in season 1 episode reviews with my season 3 episode reviews that'll come out pretty soon. The majority of you said yes, and I'm a man of the people, so we're giving you that piece of content today. Yeah, let's get into it. Season 1 episode 1 starts off with an excerpt of Team Pendragon's last battle before they get to before they're crowned the tippity top of the X Tower. Honestly, this sequence was kind of fun to look at because it shows just how strong Team Pendragon is and how they were able to just blow away the competition. Like, you saw Dran's sword just absolutely obliterate that shark edgery color and give it an extreme finish. That's sort of the strength that we see for Team Pendragon, and it really shows a good expectation on how strong Team Pendragon really is. And the graphics of this battle, honestly, they're like the best in episode 1. Besides, Dran Sword's other battle, Dran Sword's first battle in the anime, which the base used by Chrome Ryugu in this battle, is probably the best graphics in episode 1. But that's not saying much considering, we're literally at the first episode, so can't really say how good the graphics are comparing it from episode 1 to, like, say, episode 27 of season 1. So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Then we get an introduction to Bird and his Team Albatross. Team Albatross, I feel like, is kind of a mixed bag for me. Like, Team Albatross, their teamwork was on point. Their confidence was definitely on point because of the, burst of confidence they had when it comes to battling just pure amateurs, because they were like, with Bird, they feel like it's gonna be a piece of cake until they have to battle Team Phalanx. And, spoiler alert, Phalanx absolutely obliterates them, with, like, Stone Mont Blanc actually knocking Strike Hawk out in one single blow, after it basically just tanked one of Strike Hawk's strikes. So, yeah, the pro, even the lower pros are strong. 1 month of training ain't gonna get you far, Bird. And then after Bird gets Strike Hawk Bird obliterated by Takumi. Yes, Takumi actually crushes Strike Hawk with his little chompy chomp thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm just gonna call him chompy chomp because he just chomps. And yeah, that causes Team Albatross to disband. That's why I say that Team Albatross is kind of a mixed bag for me. I mean, I can understand them just, like, trying to distance themselves from Bird, but actually disbanding the team is actually a really bad move on their part. I mean, they could have, that just could have been a hurdle in there. But then again, they were amateurs, and they actually just went against a proper pro. So I could understand why they wanted to disband the team. But honestly, I feel like it was a more drastic measure to disband the team over just losing to a pro than it is just, just having bad relations in the team. Then we get a proper introduction to Comet X, which he's played, like, kind of like a comedic character. I mean, that's basically his entire character. Majority of the time, we see just Comet X in a more comedic fashion. But when he gets serious, he gets serious. But in this episode, he's more comedic, just acting like a dimwit. And honestly, that's mainly what I like Exu for. He's the dimwit character. He's just a character that he's stupidly strong, but it's just a dimwit. He's just a dimwit. He doesn't know when to turn off his silly mode, so he's just a silly character all around. And honestly, that's what I kind of like about him. Again, because, you know, we need a like a silly character to balance out, you know, the brains, which is Multi, and the perseverance character, which is Bird. Silly character is exactly what we need in the team. And Comet X just kind of acts way too clueless in the fact that Bird is just interrogating him over the fact that he has Drant's sword and thinking that it's a replica, which is kind of funny to me. Then we move on to Team Phalanx versus Team Persona. And yes, by this time in the episode, Comet X has already decided on the Team Persona name. So, really interesting to see that we actually got Comet X actually being the one that makes the team name. Which isn't too surprising to me, because I don't think Bird would have a good team name after, you know, his team disbanded and stuff like that. So I don't really see too much of thought going through his head. But with that, we have Comet X go up against Genri Sayo, and he gets absolutely obliterated. Genri, at least, because Comet X literally beat Genri in like from like one blink. Bird blinked once, and then Iron Force was out of the stadium. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much, but yeah, that's basically how the first battle went. And then Takumi just crushed Iron Forest, which is a trash move, but it's in character with him in this episode, so I'm not really too mad about it. And the last battle is Takumi versus Comet X, which is Stone Mountain or Stone Mont Blanc versus Drant's sword. Drant's sword does put up a decent fight, but Takumi, it looks like Stone Mont Blanc is going to be beating Drant's sword, until Drant's sword pulls out the extreme dash and obliterates Stone Mountain. Of course, they don't have the extreme finish because, of course, they don't. It's an amateur arena. You don't think they're going to be doing extreme finishes in the amateur arena. So I can understand why they didn't do the amateur arena's own version of extreme finish. Then, once we get to the end of the episode, we get the reveal that Comet X isn't Chrome, but actually Jackson Cross, or X Kurosu. And the reveal shocks Bird, obviously, because, you know, Bird had this thought in his mind that Comet X was Chrome Ryugu, but yeah, it was just actually just Jackson Cross, or yeah, X Kurosu. And X Kurosu teases him a little bit, then Bird just asks why he's in the amateur arena. Xu just says it's for fun, and then the episode ends. Honestly, this first episode of Beyblade X does a little bit of world building, but the animation and as well as the Bey battles were kind of lackluster. But then again, it's the first episode, I can't really knock it too much. So anyway guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye folks!